Hi guys, it's Tanya Lucille. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm glad that you're here with me today. I know that I have some new subscribers and I just want to say hi, and I'm happy that you're here. I hope that you stick around and you enjoy the content that I put out. So today we are going to be in the kitchen and I'm going to share 3 recipes with you using cranberries. 'Tis the season. I love cranberries. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy them and you enjoy using them during the holiday season. Okay, so our first recipe is going to be baked oatmeal, and this is something that I make often. And what's beautiful about baked oatmeal is that it's easy, and then you have breakfast ready to go for a few days. And we're gonna use cranberries today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pull my cast iron out of my oven because that's where I store it. And I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. The beautiful thing about this bake is that I can do it right in my dish. I don't need another bowl, and I absolutely love that. So I'm gonna do all my dry ingredients first, and we're gonna do 3 cups of oats. These are just rolled oats, not quick oats. 2, 3. I need 1 cup of brown sugar. I am going to put in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This recipe can be used to flavor it any way you like to. It doesn't have to be cinnamon or cranberries like we're using today. You can use anything in it. Okay, I'm gonna add in my baking powder, and it's 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 2. And then I am using salted butter, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt. Now, I forgot to grab something to mix it around with, so I'm just going to mix this all together. Kind of break up that brown sugar a little bit. All right. And now I'm going to add in my liquids. So I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of butter. 2 eggs. Okay, those are going to go right in. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Sometimes I go a little extra on that. A little extra never hurt anyone. Now I'm going to get this mixed, get that egg and butter mixed in together. And then we're going to add in a cup of milk. And now I am going to add a cup of fresh cranberries, and I'm gonna do them whole. They will break apart in here, but you could chop them up. You could also use dried if you like. And with this recipe, add a couple more. You can, you know, change it up. You don't have to do cranberries, but cranberries are the star of today's recipes. Okay, so I just mixed that up. That was super easy. Now I'm gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. Okay, the second recipe we're gonna be starting is a cranberry fluff. So if you've made like ambrosia salad or anything like that with like the Cool Whip, this is a version of that. Kids absolutely love this. And it's a fun way to use up some fresh cranberries. So I'm going to chop up 1 cup of fresh cranberries, 1 cup of pecans, or pecans, however you say it, and approximately a cup of pineapple chunks. And I'm gonna chop these into little pieces and put them in this bowl, and we're gonna drain them. Actually, I'll use probably this to drain them in the fridge. And you want them to sit in the fridge for at least 2 hours. So I'm gonna get this going while I have the oatmeal baking and while we work on the third recipe. So, and then we'll put this together at the end. Hey guys, it's the holiday season, and do you ever run into having leftover cranberry cans? This one's actually from last year and it needs to be used up, and I'm going to show you my favorite sauce to make with this. It is a balsamic vinegar cranberry sauce. It's very good. We use it on chicken. We've used it in the crock pot with meatloaf. Or not meatloaf, sorry, meatballs, and then like toothpicks around the holidays. That's really good too. Honestly, you could put it on anything. I would drizzle it over a steak, even though my husband would be like, that's ruining your steak. So I'm gonna show you how I make that using this up. So I'm just going to turn my burner on to a low, somewhere between medium and low to start. I'm going to take my can of gelatinous cranberry mix and put it in here. Hopefully it comes out. Look at that. Okay, so 1 can of that. And then we add in 1/4 of a cup of chicken broth, which I have here, that I mixed up. And we do 1/4 of a cup of balsamic vinegar. I'm going to use the same measuring cup here. I can find my fork. There we go. That's going to go in there. 3 tablespoons of honey, and I have a giant thing of honey. This is our local honey, and I'm going to guesstimate on this, not to be exact, but there's already sugar in the gelled cranberries, so I really hate to add too much more, but honey does have a distinct flavor to it, so that's always good. All right. Next, we're going to add in a tablespoon of coconut aminos. You could totally add in soy sauce if you don't have coconut aminos. This is just what we keep in the house, so it's basically a substitute for that. So 1 tablespoon. And then it says 1.5 teaspoons of rosemary. The recipe originally called for fresh, but I have dried from my garden, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to grab a little pinch, and I'm going to kind of break it up with my hand. You could always add just a little bit more later if you wanted to. Dried herbs are stronger than fresh. I'm just going to break apart. I'm going to turn this to low. I just want it to melt. I'm just going to break apart that cranberry gel. And get this to melt. Okay. So then you have another option here for fresh. You can add the juice of half an orange and about a tablespoon of zest. I have cuties in my fridge right now, but I don't have, but I've made this before, and I've used orange extract, which is basically, this is an essential oil. This is very, very strong, so you only want 1 drop to max. And I'm not going to add this in until the very end, and I really only want to get about 1 drop of it. Once the sauce is already cooked, I'm just going to add it in once it's starting to be done. But you could also add in half an orange juice, or just orange juice if you had it like in a jug. That would work too. So this just gives it a really good orange flavor. And then to thicken up the sauce, we're using 2 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder or cornstarch. Either one will work. If you don't have either one of those, you could probably use flour as well. So this is just gonna thicken your sauce. But I wanna wait until my cranberry gelled stuff is melted before I add that in. So I might turn it up just a tad. I don't really want this to boil. I just want it to heat and melt. So it may take just a minute. And I'll bring you over here. I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'll bring you over to the stove so you can see the rest of it. Okay, this is still a little chunky. It takes a little bit. You gotta cook it down, melt it down. But we're gonna turn this off and move it to the back of the stove just to cool. And I'm gonna pull out my baked oatmeal because that's done. This came out, it's absolutely beautiful. The kids are gonna love that. I noticed that I wasn't getting that red color for the cranberry fluff salad. So I am gonna take some extra cranberries and a little bit of that mix that I had already done and put in the fridge. And I'm gonna immersion blend it a little bit so I get some red, and let's see what happens. I don't know. I've made it before and the red came out, so I don't know what I did different this time. Yeah, you can see it's working now. I still have some extra cranberries, so I think I'm going to add just a couple more in there. That'll be it. Okay, funny story. So my orange essential oil was completely empty and I don't have another one. What you gonna do? So I pulled out 2 cuties. My Good microplane went kaput. It is actually on my Christmas list to get a new one. So I'm going to try to use this side of this and just do a little bit of grate and put the orange. At least it'll give it a little bit of that flavor that we're looking for without whatever. I don't know. We'll see. When you're cooking, you always want to give things a taste because you just never know until you taste it. It's good. Okay guys, we're gonna put together the rest of this cranberry fluff salad. So I have 2 cups of mini marshmallows in here. And then they say to add 2 cups shredded coconuts. And I'm sure they're referring to the sweetened. I don't have the sweetened, I just have the unsweetened. And I'll probably a little less than 2 cups, but we're just gonna go with what I got left in there. This is my leftover bigger chunks of pineapple and some of the bigger chunks of cranberries. Also the walnuts, actually the pecans, whatever. And then here is the red stuff that I pureed. I don't remember doing this last time, but I must have. It's been a while since I've made this. So, because I know it takes on that really pretty reddish pink color. Alright, and then the last thing that you add in is the Cool Whip. 1 container of Cool Whip. And we're going to mix this together. The kids are going to be happy when they come home tonight because they're going to be like, ooh, we have desserts. This is not something that I'm going to eat just because I'm really watching my sugars, even though I'm going to eat a little bit of the cranberry sauce. See how it turns it that pretty pink color? That's pretty much it. It's a kind of a fun way to use up fresh cranberries. And this is not super sweet because you have the tart of the cranberry, but also you have the sweet from the Cool Whip and obviously the marshmallows. And if you use sweetened coconut, even sweeter. But it kind of gives it that sweet tart taste, which is what cranberries are known for, and which is what I love about them myself. So you should definitely try this recipe. I will link recipes below, and that's it. I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and I'm gonna have happy kids tonight. Okay, funny story. I took a photo for like the thumbnail, and then I was so hungry, I started eating. But as you can see, it's a little messy right now. But I had some leftover rotisserie chicken, and I put the cranberry sauce that I made on top of it, and I'm having that for lunch. It's very good. It is not super sweet, but it has, you can taste that rosemary and that vinegar coming through, the balsamic, but it's not real savory either. It's kind of a really nice blend if you like sweet and savory. Good recipe. I hope you guys take advantage of in-season vegetables and fruits, whatever they are. Cranberries are in season right now, and they're delicious, and we really enjoy them around here. Continue to join with me in the Word of God, the kitchen, and the home. And please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Bye guys, have a great day.